Well and well met, assuming that wasn't a fake countdown. Here we are, the Westgate Irregulars, here to bring you episode 37. Da-da-da-da. I am your GM, Eric Scott DeB, here to run the game. I have my trusty bottle of bourbon to go with the game. This week's offering is a wonderful 2-bar spirits, straight bourbon whiskey brewed right here in Seattle, right downtown, actually.
How about that?
Don't worry, I'm not going to drink an entire bottle of bourbon during the game. Take it away, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels Saga, which is a 6-book series set in the Forgotten Realms, following twin tieflings as they fight the 9 hells. I'm also going to tell you about our sponsors. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Farida and Havilar from the Brimstone Angels Saga. The game is available for PC and Mac, on Steam and web, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android devices. Currently, they are in the middle of the High Harvest Tide event. And if you type in the code down at the bottom, which many of you have probably come specifically to get, you will get a gold chest for them. Stick around, let us know what you got. Did you get anything shiny? And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, for more information, go to idlechampions.com.
Hey, I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy under Rhiannon Held and then space opera under RZ Held. And you heard about Aaron's books, you're hearing about my books. And all of our books, you can find a selection of them in the Amazon widget on our Twitch page. And then if you're watching on YouTube, check out our website and check out our books.
Hey, I'm Ying Wang. I'm a writer and a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Stephen Merlino. I am a writer and a teacher.
I am Randy Henderson. I'm a disgraced dice doctor. I tried to, heal several dice that were rolling ones too often, and one of them I lost them, and I just started having all kinds of that. I don't know. I went off on this horrible downward spiral, and now I'm in the streets trying to. Never mind. I don't know where I'm
living
going
by
with
the
this.
river.
You
I'm
can
living by the
click
river.
it, and Randy has books too.
Yeah.
He misses his recap.
I miss it. Yeah, I guess.
Hey, he's not trying to build a time.
Hey, apparently that's my job. So, if
Yes.
you want a full detailed accounting of what happened last time, check out Shay's journal, which is on our website. But for the purposes of the game, here's where we are. Last week, Sarshan and Ruin took the sisters off into the woods to teach them how to be wolves under the full moon. What could go wrong? Well, a lot of things could go wrong. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it left some hurt feelings and some chaos in its wake. And so today finds our Westgate Irregulars nearing Redensir on a barge with their horses and their gear.
One mule.
One of which is a mule, yes.
Mhm.
I think there might be 2 mules. There's a pack mule, and then there's the mule that was carrying Rogar.
I see. My apologies.
And the pack
Didn't
mule
mean to leave you out.
the pack mule continually looks over at Rogar's mule like, and Rogar's mule looks at the mule like, mm-mm.
The
So-
saga of the beasts of burden.
Yeah.
Saga of the Beast of Burden.
We'll write a little side short story, the mule drama.
Soap opera of the mules. I love it.
Ruan comes back later in the day when you're close to Redensir, and he lands and he says, "Hi, I have returned." And he looks around and sees all of you looking a little less than pleased, and goes, "Oh, okay, fantastic." Serge, you are still looking at this ring into which Artemisia disappeared. And Tsetseliya, I think you were looking at the ring as well.
I think I just saved Sarshan from drowning last I
You
heard.
did save Sarshan
So-
from drowning.
I did. That's right. I was holding the ring. I would have, but if Sturge, if you want to look at it, I guess I'll let you. But I'm gonna stand real close because the last time you had this ring, there was shenanigans.
It was a well-intended trolling of sorts.
It ended with him.
Well-intended
All
cruel prank
trolling is well intended,
that
right?
almost
I don't know.
ended in murder.
How was I
Oopsie.
to know he can't swim in his human form? And what a fool for jumping in the water if he couldn't.
Sarshan says, yes, I suppose that's true.
Thank you.
Ah. Remind me to cut you in half later.
I will certainly not do that.
I need to go have a lie down, I think.
Good idea. Rogar,
Welcome.
Hi.
would you be so kind? I am quite certain this is a magical ring. We've seen all evidence that it is, and
Right.
yet it has no detectable dwomer. I would like to ask that you cast your dispelling magic upon this, maybe even put a little extra into it.
You do that, you might hurt her.
No. All it will do, in my humble opinion, is
Ruin says, I tried to do that and it electrocuted her.
what?
Is
Last
this
night.
Hey.
Well, if it electrocutes me, that's okay.
You know, you have a good point. Go ahead, Rogar.
Well, I'm not sure if I trust the expert opinion of someone who just almost drowned you, Sarshan.
Do you
I don't-
Oh,
want-
it's just Sarshan. He's fine.
and you're kind of under the
Sarshan's like,
control. Well, and Sturge is kind of under the control of this sword that
Does
just seems to
somebody
want to
have
murder. So
a
I'm not
Better
sure.
idea right now?
Obviously, I'm not trying to murder anyone with a sword.
No. I'm not sure that your judgment is entirely clear in this moment.
Well, use your own judgment. If we cast dispel magic on this,
Aye.
perhaps the shielding, the cloaking that is occurring right now to hide its magic will be removed, and then I will be able to detect what lies beneath.
Well, it's Tsetseliya's sister, so I defer to her choice.
I want someone to do something. Just
Ruin
Try-
says, she's also my sister.
run,
You're
shut up.
Aye.
So you might
So
have
you
some
do want me
anger
to
go on.
attempt to dispel it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Give it a little extra, little extra.
A little extra. All right. A little extra, like I normally cast it. I feel like a 3, but I'm gonna go to a 4.
Excellent.
Whatever that means.
Take it to the next
Tier
level.
4 spell. Oh.
Make it spicy. Add some salt.
That's right. Like
Level
I'll say my hail
spell
Sharin
seems
Large.
like a very wizardy term. Like,
Aye.
I can cast spells of the 5th level.
Aye.
Cleric's like, I can read
Instead of
that.
saying 3 hail Sharin Lars, I will say 4 hail Sharin Lars. And
Very
and I Sharin Lar, intercede and dispel any magics that enchant this artifact. And do I touch it? I don't know. I
Okay,
reach out and I
Now,
cast level check.
before
jump back.
before you go any farther, Eric,
Yes.
Sturge is going to use his last premonition of the day, which,
Uh-huh.
if the ring gets a saving throw, it rolls a 1.
Oh, nice.
Ring doesn't do a saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, but could it? Because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
If you use your premonition, it's going to be on Rogar's spell.
Oh,
check.
no. Well, no, I'm definitely not going to do that.
All right, Rogar, roll a wisdom check then, please. As normal for a dispel magic spell.
Is that how that works?
It's my so it is, oh, that's not great. That's 12. And it's
Thanks for the subscription there, Zanafrio. Awesome.
Hey, yeah.
Hey.
Thanks.
And thank you for
Nice.
the suggestion, Leifaka, that Sturge's nose get longer if he fails this.
Wow, Disney,
All right, so
don't hit us with
what-
any lawsuits.
What did you end up getting, Randy?
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
And unless it's a
Add your wisdom modifier and your proficiency bonus and tell me what result you got.
yeah, well, oh, sorry.
No worries.
Plus Oh, that is. 16.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's higher than that, but that's okay. So the magic beams down upon the ring. There's like a shaft of light that comes from the clouds, splits the clouds, and shines upon the ring. The Sharinlar's light falls upon it. And the ring starts pulsing with lightning energy.
Hmm.
And it feels like an opening. Now you can detect magic on the ring or
And-
around the ring.
And
My Eldritch
And it's now floating there on its own, out of
Ah.
whoever was holding its hands.
okay, and Sturge still has his detect magic going.
Yep,
So
it is now detecting as magical.
what school?
Powerful illusion magic
Interesting.
and abjuration magic.
I
Hey,
feel like a door.
Cecilia.
Ooh.
I can see it, dude.
It-
I told you 1,000 times. I can see it.
hey,
Yes,
you-
Tsetseliya, in fact, when you look at it, they're like these little golden veins creeping out of the ring and bleeding away into the air.
Cecilia. Cecilia, if you don't put your finger in that ring, I'm going to put my finger in that ring.
Wow.
I don't think that's a good idea at all.
No, I think
So
you.
I don't think Sturge should do that at all.
That's
I-
why I'm
So,
saying
I'm
do
gonna
it,
stick my finger in the ring.
Okay,
and I'm going to catch it if it falls.
the ring goes onto Cecilia's finger and she vanishes.
What?
Whoa! Does the ring go with her?
Nope, the
Okay.
ring loses all of its energy.
Catch
It
that
drops down
ring.
toward the floor
I
of
catch
the
it.
barge.
I catch it. I was getting ready to catch it.
Make a dexterity saving throw
Oh my
with
god.
advantage.
We're gonna
You
die.
want to use your
They're gonna
divination
drop
on
it. We're
this?
gonna end up on the
No,
bottom
I
of the ocean.
only have a one.
I know.
Lake.
Can I give him a bardic inspiration? Is it too am I too slow to do that?
It takes a second.
Okay, so here it is. Dexterity.
Good thing rogues are dexterous, right? Right?
Right?
Right?
So it's
Right.
17.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Okay, you catch it.
Nice.
Sarshan immediately pops up and he looks at you.
Hey, harsh.
And he looks at you like really warily. His eyes narrow and he starts growling.
Oh my god.
You have no idea how much I want to put this ring on my finger, but I'm not going to.
He says, "You don't throw that ring overboard."
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation, summon a fake ring again.
Oh my god, Sturge.
Okay.
Starshin, it's a fake ring. See, the real one's here. Don't be stupid.
He
Sit
looks
down.
at both rings.
Sit.
I think Sarshan would sniff at the rings and he'd know which one was which.
He comes stalking toward you.
Oh my god.
I'm getting ready to do a misty step to the other end of the barge.
Sturge, your nose seems a little bit longer than it did before.
Oh.
All right, Tsetseliya,
Like the constant pranks of Sturge.
you find yourself
Chicks
in
are
the
gone.
world of the ring. In fact, you're standing on a ledge in the mountains. You see trees spread out all below you and
Wait.
mist through the valley.
You just said she was in the ring?
World of the ring, yes.
There's a world in the ring.
Well, she sees that there's
You
a
don't know
world.
that.
don't
You
know
can't jump in
this,
for fun.
Sturge.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I just
You be
wanted.
quiet, sir. Wolf.
Okay, the forest.
Yeah, you're
I see
standing on a
Artemisia?
ledge overlooking a forest, and the forest is 1,000 feet below you. So if you fell, that would be
That
bad.
does not sound like a good time.
The wind sweeps up around you, and you almost lose your balance,
I would
but
like to
you,
back
you
away from
catch
the ledge.
yourself. Yeah, you lurch back from the ledge, and at that moment, you hear your own name. Someone says your name, and you look back and see there's a table with 2 seats and parasol over the table. And sitting at that table are Artemisia and a very handsome gold-skinned elf man who looks very, very familiar to you.
Say, do I know this jerk?
Well, he has 6 fingers on the right hand he puts over his chin.
Shut up.
Oh, the 6-fingered man.
Are you kidding?
And Artemisia was the one who said your name.
Okay. Does she look okay? How are you right now?
Yeah, Artemisia, you see Tsetseliya there. Oh,
Like,
she's
Go away!
very,
I'm having a date. Are you like,
she's
what
very
the
well
hell?
dressed and
That
she
doesn't tell me
looks a
anything.
little-
She's always well dressed.
All right, she looks a little pale. Like Wilton just said something to her, and then
Okay.
leaned away, and then the camera
After
showed
that.
you at the ledge, right?
Do you see a ledge? Out of curiosity.
Oh yeah, your
sees the
sister's
ledge.
standing close to the ledge, Rhiannon.
Okay.
Artemisia sees Tsetseliya.
Well, she's gonna like immediately jump to her feet, and use telekinesis. If I still have that spell slot. Well, it's in the ring, so do I have my spell slots back?
Nope.
So she can't use telekinesis because she used
Okay.
that spell slot.
If-
um
Do you look? I'm just curious, like, because like if you're having a moment, I think Cecilia would look for the way out of the ring. But if you're looking alarmed, I think she would bust in. Where are you at?
she definitely is alarmed. I'm thinking about like how alarmed that she looks. She looks very
I
like
can roll
just like
insight if that makes
yes.
dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So Artemisia, she's blank faced and she's blank faced like to a degree that says that holy crap, there is something going on below the surface.
Uh-huh.
And it's not a good thing. But other than that, you know she's upset about something, but she feels that it is absolutely vital that people not know that she is so upset about something.
All right. I'm going to storm over there. I'm going to grab Artemisia by the arm, and I'm going to be like, you stay away from her. And then I'm going to cast banishment on me and Artemisia.
Nice.
As you approach,
What's
Wilton
that?
says, well. And then you do that thing, and he's just grinning at you, and then you cast banishment. I'm going to need both of you to roll a saving throw, please.
What kind?
Okay.
Well, it's the saving throw against banishment.
Oh, can I fail it on purpose if I cast it on myself?
I will
Is that
allow
a
you to roll with disadvantage.
All right. I might be in trouble because it's a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
it is. Is it charisma? I was gonna say I rolled.
I rolled so crap.
Oh,
Or
no.
I should- I rolled crap, but my charisma saving modifier is really bad. So you have to not beat an 18.
Easily.
Crap is good.
Okay.
So crap is good in this case.
Yes, crap is
Yes.
good in this.
Oh,
I rolled a
okay.
14.
So you
I
both-
am
Oh yeah.
you
just
both
that crap.
failed.
Oh yeah, some crap.
Excellent.
So technically, we are not on our home plane. So we should get banished to our home plane.
Cecilia's power
Or we go to pocket.
Oh.
wraps around you and rips you away from that plane of existence. And as you are leaving, Artemisia,
Mhm.
Lilton looks at you with his red glowing eyes, and you hear this thought in your head: remember. And then you wake up on the barge.
Hey.
You wake saying the 5th of November.
You see Sarshan like chasing Sturge around the barge. Give me that. Give me that. You're still muted there, Stephen.
Still in Sturgis
Yeah.
land, even though Artemisia is present.
You look at your finger, at your hand. You're not holding anything.
Oh my god, I lost it, Sorshin. Look what you've done.
Oh.
Look,
Sarshan says,
Oh,
lost what? You don't really remember what you were holding.
I don't.
No, you don't, Stephen. Sorry. Sturge is a little
Oh.
fuzzy on that. Well, actually, you're holding a prestidigitated fake golden ring, which maybe that's what Sarshan wanted.
I say, Sorshin, hold up your hand.
I?
Here you go. Very nice. It's just a present.
Why did I want this?
Because it's pretty. It'll only last for a minute.
Oh.
treasure it while you have it.
Do we have a slice of time
Wow.
where we remember what happened in the ring, Artemisia
You
and I, or are
two.
we like?
You two do remember what happened in the ring.
I'm gonna sit up and be like, red eyes, 6 fingers. I told you he was bad news. I told you he was a demon, and now you can't call me a jealous liar.
No, I would never. But I don't know what to do now.
Roll that thing in the water. I assume at
Sarshan
some
says
point
yes,
I
and then he hurls the fake ring overboard. Oh, you didn't mean
Could you explain what you're talking about, Tsetseliya?
Can we explain? I'm waiting for it to just drop on us.
yeah, you can explain.
The ring is like a pocket dimension.
What ring are we talking about?
What ring?
The ring I just threw
Artemisia's
overboard.
ring.
Sarshan looks overboard.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait.
Wait, why would we
Tsetseliya.
throw away a pocket dimension ring?
I like
Tsetseliya,
bag
should
of
I
holding.
jump in the river?
Really nice.
Do not jump in the river again.
Very well. I shall not jump in the river. So long, pocket dimension.
Yeah, why are we getting rid of it? Is it a bad pocket dimension?
What is happening
Definitely.
here?
Can Artemisia lift up her hand? Is it visible?
Yep. You lift up your hand. You see the ring on your finger.
This-
Tsetseliya sees the ring on your finger. No one else sees the ring on your finger.
Do we remember anything about this ring?
Nope.
Not even an echo.
Nope.
Oh, deja vu.
Well, that you were holding the prestidigitated ring.
Wait, so Eric, you just said that everybody else does not see the ring on Artemisia's finger.
Correct. Only
You don't see-
Tsetseliya and Artemisia do.
Okay, so I guess Stong is going to say to Artemisia, "Why are you showing us the back of your hand?"
You can't see. Like she puts her finger on her finger. You can't see this here.
Your
This.
finger? I.
Where you would put a wedding ring, Ruan says.
Yeah, let's.
Sarshan says, shut up, Ruan.
Stong's gonna lean over
And he
to
does.
Stong's gonna lean over to Rogar, and he's gonna say, "Do you see anything?"
I see her hand. Is that what we're supposed to be looking at? I'm very confused.
Sturge?
Can I touch your hand,
Yeah,
Artemisia?
but it won't come off. It's a trap. I'm
Okay.
trapped.
I'm going to close my eyes and feel for a ring.
You just feel her hand.
Yeah.
She's very soft.
You have
Like
lovely,
she hasn't
little-
worked a
little
day
bit
in her
of
life. That kind of.
you have lovely hand.
She does have faint scales on like the back of her hand.
I've never noticed that before. Those are lovely too. But there's no ring here. You say you have wearing a ring. You sure it's not the other hand?
Sarshan heads over to Tsetseliya. Are you all right? What
I
happened?
don't understand what's happening, and I don't. You know what? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just gonna go back to where I was. This is not making any.
I turned to Stong. I'm like, what were we just talking about? I'm confused.
No, it's
Wait, what was?
Tsetseliya, I remember, and it's my mistake, and now I know how to fix it. So you were right. You were right, and I wish that I had listened, but now I'm trapped and it's my mistake. So you don't have to worry. I will take care of it.
You're trapped by what?
Something you can't see.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
The
that.
wind, Sarshan says.
What did you just say about 6 fingers? Like the burn on Cecilia's arm. She has a 6-fingered burn on her arm.
What was that?
Duty,
That was him.
Sarshan says. He's just guessing
Cecilia,
what it
are
is
you
that
saying about
he can't
6 fingers?
see.
What's the point? Because none of you know what we're talking
Well, fill us in, because you're obviously excited about it, and we are in the dark.
about.
So, Terry,
Apparently, it's not my problem.
How did you find out?
Surge had Rogar cast a spell magic on your ring. Took off whatever shielding is on it, put it on, went in the ring, found you, came out. Now the ring is.
Do we hear them talking about the ring?
You hear them talking about it.
And then when they're talking about the ring, I like, do I remember anything, or are they just like, do I think I'm just talking? Okay.
You think I'm nuts?
No, I would never think that or say that out loud.
I'm sorry, I spaced off. What were you saying?
Perhaps something has happened to your memory, sisters.
This
Ruan
is
says,
a very big problem
hopefully.
that needs to be solved. Agree with that. Right now we're on a boat in the middle of the river. I want to
A
push
boat.
most of you overboard.
Aye, we're on a boat. Good.
Just gonna go
So
back to the spot.
the barge draws closer to Redden's here. Narcy, who has been moving the barge, says, "Oh, you see, we're almost there.
Would this be a
What
good
are you
time
all
for-
talking about?"
Oh.
The barge
about being on a boat,
arrives.
apparently.
The barge
Rowboat.
arrives. Narcy does some negotiation with the folk at the dock, and you tie up the barge. Apparently, they've been looking for their lost barge for several 10 days now. You found it at the Lake of the Snake, one of them says. Did you see the snake?
Oh, I think I saw it at the night time.
Ruan says, well, maybe.
No,
I jumped in the
didn't see
lake
it.
and I thought I saw it, but I didn't get a good look, so I can't confirm.
Anyway, so it is the evening when you arrive in Redden's here. And the various pubs are starting to open up, and you hear lively music and singing from several places. And you're very tired. Like you haven't really had a proper long rest. And some of you are very short on spell slots. So this might be a good time to take a rest.
Is Rogar extra short on spell slots as if he just cast over?
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Because I don't
Ruan
appreciate
says
it.
there's nothing
No.
wrong with being short, Sturge.
No. What I mean is, she just said that you cast a spell on my behest. Do you feel like you just cast a big spell on my behest?
Also, let me just check my spell slots.
Check my cleric inventory.
Yeah.
Open up my first aid kit.
You know, I kind of lost track. I mean, we've been doing so many crazy things the last couple of days, and sort of all of that stuff around, you know, whatever happened last night that I totally can't remember. I think I cast at least one cure wounds. I've just lost track. So no way of knowing how much of my lady's grace I still have within me to channel.
So once the barge is tied up, does anyone head off the boat immediately? Or are you all
Yes,
just kind of hanging out as a group? Okay.
Does it look like the market's still open?
Yeah, but they're closing up and putting things away. So if you hurry, you might be able to catch whoever you're looking for.
So Artemisia, she's gonna try to speak to Stong, like to the side, and she's gonna keep glancing at the market because she wants to get there in time. But she goes to Stong and she's like, and it looks like she would rather die than say this, but she's gonna say it. Stong, can I borrow some money?
Whoa.
I will as soon as I I'm good for it. As soon as possible, I pay you back.
Yeah. So Stone starts rifling through his pockets for money, and he's like sort of taken aback by her.
Through the barrel?
Yeah, the pockets that I have in the barrel. And
he does have clothes, it's true, but the barrel is like has sentimental value anyway.
Yeah, and so then he'll say, "Hey, are you okay? Is this money, are you in trouble? Do you need to pay somebody off? Do you need help?"
No, it's for something for Tsetseliya, but they're gonna close, so I gotta go now.
So when she says it's for Tsetseliya, he like stops and then he reaches for his hidden pocket where he's got like most of the savings. And don't think anymore about the hidden pocket. And then he pulls out like a bunch of money, and then like hands it to her. Just take it.
Orcs
Don't
are like
even think
kangaroos.
back.
Just don't even worry.
Yeah, don't think about it. And
Okay.
so yeah, he hands the money to her. You don't even have to worry about paying me back.
No, I will. And then she's gonna go.
Okay. I'm
walk
glad you said
quickly.
that because I just said that too. I'm happy that you're paying me back. Thanks.
Right?
Hey, Cecilia is going to go over to Sturge. I don't know if he and Rogar are still talking.
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to pull kind of Sturge aside and say, listen, I don't know what's going on, but there is a ring. I'm not making that up, and neither is she. That ring is definitely tied to Lilith. Caliph was helping me figure this out before she's gone. Needed proof so that she wouldn't tell me, she wouldn't go to Lilton and ask him if it was true. I guess now she knows. But I don't, she says she's going to handle it by herself.
Oh.
I don't know that she can handle it by herself. I don't know that any of us can handle it by ourselves. That dude is bad news.
Is he the six-fingered one you mentioned?
Yes.
Wow.
Or well, okay, to be honest, I thought maybe before he had the six-fingered demon like as a pet or something. But then in that ring,
Okay.
What ring?
This makes sense.
don't worry about it, Rogar.
He's too
Okay.
pretty to be.
Not gonna argue with your logic right now, but I'm glad you're
Okay, that's
you
not.
see. I'm glad you see the problem.
Well,
Mirren was gonna help me. Didn't really get me anywhere. I don't know how to stop him. I don't think Artemisia should go try to do it herself.
oh, he sounds rather potent. Are you saying, so part of this ring, what does this ring do?
Don't know. Do you remember what happened? She was like yelling a whole lot, and then suddenly she was gone. And in the ring. I don't know why that happens. I feel like it's happened before. Like I can't shake the feeling that this has happened before.
You're
And I
saying
was really freaked out.
he goes into the ring.
The ring has like a whole world in it. Like it's a pocket dimension.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yes. That was not like a joke that I was telling to mess with Starshin.
And then you got into the same dimension.
Yeah.
Something Rogar did, and
Unless I
okay.
accidentally went into a doppelganger dimension and pulled the doppelganger Artemisia out, which at this point in my life, I will not say is impossible.
So are you saying someone else is fucking with my memories again? Like
Yes.
I knew this, I saw this, I was part of it,
Yes.
and
This was your idea. Casting Dispel Magic on the ring was your idea.
okay, now it's personal.
A ring, right?
for me too.
What ring?
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
A
okay.
ring that we can't remember.
All right,
really
all
does
right,
helpful.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. And
She's just gonna give Ruan a small death flare. Just-
I
Rogar
Anyway.
believe you that
I
there's
need-
a ring.
I need to go talk to somebody about some stuff while we're here, but I need to make sure
Oh,
I'm gonna-
okay.
that she's
Thank
gonna. That I'm talking to Sturge, man.
I'm going to talk to the man in the sword and see if he knows anything. He might.
What
I
a
don't know
euphemism?
what
Ruin
you were gonna
us.
say, but I was not prepared for the man in the sword. And Cecilia's like, okay, you do that. Gonna like
Thank you for
put on
sharing.
her mask.
Ooh.
Just gonna head
Uh,
towards the tavern that she knows.
Sturge will turn back to Rogar. Bet you're down a spell.
Oh.
I could be down a couple of, given what I remember of last night. If you'll excuse me.
Wild Rogar! Wait a minute. You can't remember? Wild Rogar! That was a thing! Oh,
Let me rephrase. I choose not to remember. Excuse me.
oh.
I'm gonna.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. That was something. That was wow.
He, like touches his nose just to reassure himself there's not a hole there anymore. Okay, so and he's gonna follow up to Tsetseliya. He saw like the death glare she gave to Ruin, and he notices Ruin avoiding her, and he's like, well, this is just all awkward. So he's gonna follow after her to make sure she's okay.
Ruin's like, is she upset? And Sarshan just walks by and he's like, yes. And then he doesn't elaborate, just continues on. Okay.
Okay.
Rogar.
Yeah, I'll catch up with
Tsetseliya fairly easily. She's walking determinedly, but not like with any particular haste. I think.
Just kind of
right.
Okay. Kind of come up beside her for a second.
But not running.
Right.
I'll say, hey, so I noticed as Ruin and I were like pulling up to the camp yesterday, I thought I heard the word like abandoned, and sort of echoing off the hills.
Yeah, they got weird birds here.
They do that. I thought maybe the first people were talking about like abandoning Scarcer, but then I noticed Ruin's just been kind of avoiding you, and then you gave him that death glare just now. And is there anything I can do?
Can you have vanish feeling?
I think if I had that, I'd have casted him myself quite some time ago.
I guess we're both screwed. By the way, tell your Brightbird thanks a lot for leaving me in the middle of the woods naked and unable to change back into a wolf, and also not even mentioning that was a thing. So he could go play Desert Island with you. He's just the best brother.
I'm sorry. I mean,
It's not your fault.
I totally understand why you'd want to be able to trust in Ruin, obviously, and then your sister and Sarshan ran off too. I think you just yelled jealous on the barge there. I know they went to snuggle like in a cave.
I'm
sounds
sorry.
like.
Jealous?
I mean, it's normal and healthy.
Talking to Artemisia? Like, you know the number of times that I've discussed my feelings about Sarshan with Artemisia?
No.
None. Right? And then she felt fine just throwing me in there. I don't understand what was happening. Like, that was supposed to be about. Was that supposed to make him go away? Was that supposed to make him try harder? Is he supposed to tell her, oh yeah, no, I like you better than Tsetseliya? Because everyone likes her. She doesn't need to do that. And don't say snuggle like that. He didn't have sex.
Well, he did say they slept together, so I just thought,
Yeah, he doesn't understand euphemisms. If he said slept together, he meant they slept.
This is canonically true.
Why Artemisia is acting all weird about this, that's a different question that I'm sure everyone is very interested to find out the answer. I mean, this is the thing, Rogar. Like, I told them why I was upset, and I screamed it, and it didn't matter.
Well,
Nobody thought
Sarshan.
about it.
At least
Just left
Sarshan.
me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. No excuses. I mean, I know Sarshan, he doesn't understand emotions very well, obviously, and does seem both weirdly like very experienced in that way, but then also sort of clueless about a lot of things, especially about like actual relationships, which, if you don't mind me observing, though, you and Sarshan seem very kind of similar in that way. At least you seem to avoid the topic of love entirely, and when I'm trying to
Rogar, like, I don't argue with your sermons, which I do listen to at least half of.
Thank you.
But love is kind of a problem.
Oh.
Like, people say they care about you, and then lucky, abandon you. Not use you.
Oh.
You can put that in your next sermon if you want. If you're not ready for it, it just blinds you. And, like, for your information, like, I am not completely clueless. I had a boyfriend. You don't know him. He's back in Rashomon.
Oh.
But...
Oh my God! Roll insight on that.
You had a boyfriend
His name was Sebastian.
Aye.
He was really sweet. He's very cute.
That sounds nice.
We were not supposed to be together, but he liked me that much, and I really liked him. And I thought, maybe if we have to, we could run away. Maybe we could take care of each other. And then we got caught. And you know what is a lot easier to point your finger at me and say, oh, look, her. And so I got kicked out, save his own damn skin. That's what I'm worth. That's what Lev's worth. So as much as I want to believe you're right, and I want to believe that Sharindler's right, I think people are mostly themselves.
Oh, well, obviously you've had some very bad experiences, and I'm sorry for that. But I mean, unless you want to just like live alone out in the wilds someplace, you're gonna have to like
I've done
trust.
that too.
What's that?
I've done that too.
Aye, and I mean, you came back. I remember when you first came back to Westgate from the wilds. It seems, I don't know, like you've thrived a little bit here.
Driving Eric to drink.
you know, it didn't. You seem to not have had as good a time in the wilds as here, at least in my experience. So you have to at least like learn to trust people and open your heart and risk that. I think to find something better. And I think there really is love for you here. I mean, I can feel it, and it's just going to take some time and some work. And well, I can tell. I don't want to push. I am here to help however I can. And
can I have insight on that? I think Roger. Sorry.
I do, but I can tell. Like I can see the look in your eyes, like you're about to like blast me or something. Maybe I don't know. But so
maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say. I think I'm gonna go and maybe give Ruin an earful about this. Actually, maybe I'll have better luck on that side of the equation. So, but I'm here. Whatever you need, I want you to know that you can rely on me.
You're a good guy.
Before she gets out of range of my message cantrip, I want to message her and say, "Can I share this with Stong? I think you should know."
Stong cannot keep a secret, but you know what? Use your judgment. You tell him though. Tell him this is the thing. No doubt.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm Sturge is going to find Stong. What's Stong doing? Is he going to find a onesie somewhere in the market?
I had assumed that Stong was headed back toward the Giant's Folly, which is for like an encore performance. That was the tavern where you did your performance last time you were in Red and Sear, and it went really well.
Yeah, I think if that's
also because you met the Raging Sorrow there.
Yeah, of course I would want to go back to that, right? So
the Raging Sorrow is not there now, though.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a tavern that we decided that we're all going to meet at, then certainly.
Okay.
I would try to catch his eye before he gets in there and starts his thing. Stong.
Sturge.
Just a moment of your time. I wish to share something with you of very curious nature. On the barge today, you remember all that yelling about a ring and a pocket dimension and a six-fingered something that was evil?
Yeah.
So it seems that's a real thing. It seems there is a ring, and it has a pocket dimension in it. And when sometimes Artemisia goes into it, and none of us can remember it, but Tsetseliya went into it also this time, and she remembers it. And in the ring was Lilton.
Artemisia's boyfriend?
Lilton, with glowing red eyes and 6 fingers on his hand.
Oh.
Yeah. You remember our 6-fingered friend from the very first day we all met?
I do.
She still bears the scar on her arm, Tsetseliya does.
What? That's from Lilton?
The 6-fingered burning hand, do you remember?
Rugen,
Reached out of the portal and grabbed Tsetseliya's arm, burned her.
He's the one that did that to her. So Stong's like getting like really tense. You see like this big vein on like the side of his neck starting to bulge.
She thinks so. And look,
Bartender comes over and interrupts you. Hey, are you all right to go on in 2 minutes? Because 2 minutes, and then he goes away.
Sturge.
Yeah.
Does Artemisia know?
Oh yes, she remembered too, and she's terrified, and she thinks that she's going to take care of it all by herself because it's her mess. And of course, neither Tsetseliya or I think that that's either wise or necessary. We're all her friends, and we wish to support her. Now, of course, Artemisia doesn't know that I know, and she doesn't know that now you know. But I thought that because we are all in this together, you'd better know.
You know that she knows that you don't know, but you do know, and now you all know.
I thought I knew, but now I'm unsure of what I know. But let's so basically Stong is going to look at Sturge and says, I'll be honest, I'm really worried about the sisters. But what can we do? What can I do? Do you guys have a plan? It sounds like you guys kind of have a plan. So
I think at this point, all we can do is be aware. And when the emotion settles, talk about formulating defenses, doing some research, and discovering what tools we have at our disposal that may be effective against such a creature. First, maybe we don't have to vanquish him. We just need to break his hold on Artemisia.
And now, the bartender shouts, because your 2 minutes have elapsed. The
Mum's
Smashing Basher, the best bard in Westgate.
Mum's the word. Stong.
I want to throw this
Stong
barrel at him.
Magog.
Stong.
Everybody starts drunken renditions of several of your songs.
If I was a mom, something, I'd jiggle bounce
mom,
all over your mom. Wait.
You know, you can't pick who your fans are. You can only appreciate each one you have. So, okay.
All right.
I guess Stong goes on stage and he'll try his best to perform.
Like a slightly
even though he's
raised
pissed.
dais.
Yeah.
You're gonna write a song about how much you hate Littleton. Moment.
Also, they give you a huge tankard of ale.
Oh, better pound that.
Right. The
Yeah.
Giant's Folly serves the giant ales. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Artemisia, you were headed to the market. Yeah, you arrive at the market. They're just closing things down, putting the stands away. The merchants are folding their wares up into the blankets. You looking for something in particular?
Yes, Dragonborn.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you do see a Dragonborn who, the hulking form of a half dragon, half man, essentially, standing near the edge of the market. He's putting vials of potions into a box with segregated spaces, like you'd hold minis in, except for potions. And you hurry over to him or her. It's kind of hard to say.
And Artemisia knows what she's asking for, and I do not recall.
Mertosha.
Okay. So she's gonna, like, this poor dragon born, she's gonna be like, I need Himmertosha, like the worst pronunciation possible. Clearly she has just read it.
You're looking for a hymn to Toya, are you? Well, whatever you're into, I suppose.
No,
They put another vial in
the potion to sleep. I've only read it. I'm sorry. I don't have much time, please.
They look over at you. Their eyes narrow. What would a scrawny little half-elf want with such a thing?
It was recommended for my sister, and I am procuring it for her.
I see. You have coin, do you?
Yep. She's gonna take it out.
Well, the bell to end trading has already rung, but I don't see anyone stopping us. You pull out one of the vials from the case, which has like a powder in it. Just add this to any liquid.
And then
They take all your coin.
all of it. Shit. She needed some of that. She's gonna try to haggle.
Okay.
Can I roll for that?
Charisma check.
Okay.
Persuasion
Okay, now.
would work if you want to do persuasion.
Okay.
This, by
What?
the way, is the sedative that they give to Javi in Ashes of the Tyrant. You can
18.
guess
Oh,
how
nice.
this goes down.
Fun realms lore tie-in.
Cool.
The dragonborn. You say something about you have another order you have to go pick up, and so you need a little bit of the coin. And the dragonborn is like, well, I am an honest merchant. I wouldn't want someone else to miss out on coin that's already spoken for. So they only take some of the coin.
Good.
Be careful with that. It's very potent.
That
It's not
was
designed for folk of your stature.
we received a warning with the recommendation.
Good.
I will make sure she abides by it.
Good.
So then, like, she's gonna just like take it and then go. And next she
He
needs
just
it.
runs off.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You're not going to practice your draconic.
I think maybe she was practicing her draconic at first, and the dragonborn was like, no.
Oh, wow. He's a Parisian.
The dragonborn is the they.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They,
all right.
they are Parisian.
She's gonna see the Temple of Saloon. It's Saloon, I believe. Is
There's
the...
there's a temple of Agma, and there is we'll say there's a small temple to Selune. It's little more than a shrine, but it has a couple of dedicated priests who are starting to hold a service because it is the first day of the second day of the full moon, right? Which is a sacred time to the Church of Selune.
Okay. Well, if they're busy with the service,
No, not really. They're just setting up for it.
oh, okay.
It's not midnight yet.
She's gonna go and she's gonna ask for the other sedative, and it's not going to be all of the remaining coin that she offers them, but she's going to say, "Here, I have a donation." And I was hoping to procure some of this other stuff.
I see. Let me check our stores. Of course, if you wish to offer a prayer to Selune of the night sky, you are more than welcome to. And the priest hurries back into the shrine to see what they have.
So
Leaving
Artemisia,
you standing there by the altar.
she will sure pretend to pray.
I think he's a pretty like standard god. You would kind of know and probably have the ability to say the,
Right. Well, I mean, the realms is a polytheistic world, and most people, offer prayers or invocations to numerous deities at any given point. This might say something about Artemisia and her relationship with religion, though.
That is true.
Like,
my apologies for stumping on that.
Is Artemisia a little bit awkward there?
Well,
I'm not sure what to say because it was never covered in class because you were always making out with a boy during that class.
So if there's a sort of standard words that she would use, she would know those, and she would probably be able to like rattle them off, but she is not going to sound like there's much feeling behind them. She's
The letter,
just
not the spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. Say the words in a sort of empty fashion.
Rattle off. Done.
Watch over us during the night through your path. And yeah. Okay. One of the priests near you kind of looks over a little like, and then the priest comes back with the other chemical that you requested.
Okay. It's
Right.
right.
It's a tea.
Oh.
Sorry, these are. I put these in the letter because they're in my.
Yeah,
book,
it's a tea.
It's a tea.
So it's like leaves in a little there's a little pouch that the priest hands to you.
So that goes
I
in the
hope
bag.
this serves you well. They touch your hands.
Oh, it's not for me.
Silune's grace go with you.
I will only accept it on behalf of my sister. Thank you.
Oh, Silune's grace with her then.
Yes. Thanks.
May she have sweet dreams.
I hope. So last stop, Van, right?
Van by the river.
The
Yeah.
Van by the river.
Okay, you show up at the tannery, and Van is just locking up.
My
And he looks
timing.
over and he says,
I'm here for my order.
whatever you say, Slim. I have your order. Unfortunately, well, you see, I'm missing a vital component. It was supposed to ship quite some time ago, but it's been delayed. And I can't say exactly why. They said they're elevating it, though. I don't know. I've already sent word ahead to send it back to Westgate. Right, that was the address you gave me. I didn't think it would be here by the time you got back, and well, I mean, it's not. So
Well,
sorry about that.
That other armor, the leather armor.
Oh, the leather armor.
I have some money now, and so she's like, now that she's got everything she needs, she's just gonna take whatever's left of what Song gave her and like basically pour it in his hands.
Oh,
And be like, I want that armor. And she's going to get out her little notebook from her bag because, of course, Artemisia has her sister's measurements. And she's going to rattle them off
I mean,
to this guy.
you probably have every member of the Irregulars measurements written on the same page.
You could just look at them and figure it out.
Right. You have been a professional dress person for, like a year now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's going to rattle them off and say, I want that leather armor made to these measurements by the time that we're leaving tomorrow. Is that enough to cover the fact that you're going to have to work really early tomorrow morning?
I was just going to head home and, drink myself into a stupor. But I mean, since you're giving me a good job, I think this coin will mostly do it.
You need more?
Just one other thing.
What's that?
I want you to go on a date with me.
Oh my god.
Don't worry. It doesn't have to be a big deal. I just want to buy you a drink. That's all.
I hope you're screaming in your head. No. Unless you like him, in which case.
Look, I have
for a
some
date,
really good ideas for designs of armor, and I wanted to run them past you. Okay, it's
tell
not
him-
really a sexual thing.
Tell him your boyfriend's a demon.
Yeah. There you go.
That totally came out wrong. I'm not hitting on you. Like,
You
that's
want a
not what's going
business
on
meeting.
here.
Van, a business meeting is the phrase you want.
Yeah.
Actually,
Right.
Thinking about it, Artemisia probably would be like, I am happy to have a business meeting, but
Business meeting, perfect.
you should know that I have a very jealous lover who's threatened people before, so you should just know that.
Okay,
So-
all good.
Maybe you should just give her the armor for free so he doesn't bother you. I'm not there though, so.
So that's a yes.
It's a deal for the armor.
For the
at a
armor.
business meeting.
Shakes
So
your
she's gonna
hand.
shake on it.
For the armor.
I think this is the start of a very useful platonic business partnership.
Uh-huh.
Wow. When you really strike out at getting a date, and then you scramble to recover. Nice. I love it. This is the beginning of a platonic, fruitful, productive partnership. There's a lot of synergy here between the two of us.
Anyway, Tsetseliya, you had this
Oh.
momentary thought of, something something
A disturbance in the forest.
something could have happened right there.
Oh
Like,
man.
wait.
If only I had been somewhere else. Oh well.
Oh well.
But you're doing your thing. What are
It's
you
fine.
doing?
I was gonna go back to the Giant's Folly and ask the bartender if he could point
Song
me
is
in the
performing.
direction.
Drawing
Of a
everybody's
Faygo.
attention. He says, "Oh, well, yes, if that's your thing." He looks at you. And he's like, half elf, witch, mask. Yeah, clearly. He says, "Yes, it's actually just several hours hike due east of here."
Cool. Take the road or
You said Faygrove? Is that
yeah, fake.
It's you follow the road for about a half a league and then turn right at the crossroads with the skull,
Got it. Thank you very much.
and you should be able to find it. It's just a large stand of trees.
Thanks, man. Make sure you pay my guy.
Oh, I will. He's doing great. You're the manager, right?
Yeah.
He slides over 10 gold pieces to you.
That's okay. Give it to him.
Oh, all right. He slides it back.
Oh, that's worrisome. All right.
Does Stong see Tsetseliya?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because you are performing and there are a lot of people there.
Okay, let's see. My perception is it's okay. All right. Ooh, the first one is a 22, but the second one is a 6. So a 6 it is.
And Rogar's off somewhere chasing down Ruin. He doesn't see it.
Yeah, no, you don't see that interaction. See the bartender being pretty pleased about your performance.
I think like Stong
Pointing
is
at this
actually
big bag of gold.
yeah, I think Stong is actually like kind of off tonight because he is like, not in the performing mood. So he's like using his animated objects spell to animate all his musical instruments to kind of like play by themselves, and he will also animate some of the tankard of beer that he's given to go and like cheers the patrons in the front row and share some of his beer with them. And after some time, maybe after Cecilia's left, he's just gonna say, "Hey, enjoy the rest of the show, folks. Sorry to end it early. I gotta take care of some stuff." And he'll get off the stage and go find
Make a
Mirabelle.
charisma check, buddy.
Okay.
Dear.
5.
They think it's all part of the show and they kind of like shove you back toward the stage to keep performing.
Hey, all right.
Encore, encore.
You could
Can't artists can't really deny an encore.
call.
So
Okay, Tsetseliya. So
I'm
you're off.
leaving.
You're off doing your thing.
Down the road.
Okay.
Looking for a skull and a stick, I guess.
At the edge of the town, you see a figure waiting for you, and it is
Does
Sarshan.
it have I was gonna say, does it have 6 fingers?
And he says,
Oh, him.
Lady Tsetseliya. You are leaving, yes? I have
Yep.
come to go with you.
You-
I suppose I don't need to do that, but I will do that.
I don't think you want to do that.
I do.
You don't even know where I'm going. So
That is true. Where are you going?
I'm gonna get you a new job, buddy.
What does that mean? Like a tailor?
I'm gonna go talk to the heart of the piercing.
His eyes widen slightly.
She's
What?
just gonna keep walking.
Hold on.
No.
he follows you. He's like, what? What do you mean talk to the heart of the piercing?
I mean, I'm gonna go talk to the heart of the piercing because I need a better idea than this.
A better
Exactly.
idea than what?
I had 2 plans to deal with my father. One was turn into a wolf. We saw how well that went. One is that my friends would back me up, and we saw how well that went. So I need something else. I need a place to hide, or I need a really big spell. And Sarshan, I think you need a different emissary.
he hurries around to be in front of you, and then he holds up his hands. He says, "Wait, you can't just go make demands at the heart of the piercing.
Why? I know how to get there.
No, you're not understanding. She's not a being upon whom you can just make demands."
I mean, watch me. So she's gonna whack around him.
Tsetseliya,
She's really
wait.
mad. No, you wait. Stop it. You don't get to tell me what to do. And actually, this is because you care about me. Because you don't. You only care when you get to look like the big strong knight and jump in front of things. You don't.
What?
I don't need you. And when I do need you, you're not there. I
You
trusted
need me
you.
right now, and I am here.
I trusted you. I needed your help. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. She was supposed to be Ruan's responsibility. And as soon as she needed something, you ran after her. And Ruan left me. And that's when I need help. Not when... Never mind. I'm going to walk off again.
All right, well,
Not
he's going to
making
try and stop you
arguments.
again. What are you going to do?
She's going to shove his hand off. And she's going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. So yeah, he does try and take hold of your arm, and shove him off, and cast Armor of Agathis. And this icy
like,
armor appears around
Don't try me!
you.
Whoa.
He grabs you anyway,
What?
taking the full ice damage, which is what, 25 damage?
Damage.
Okay. He grabs you, and ice starts forming along his
Oh my
hands.
God. Don't,
No!
What is wrong with you?
Ah! And then he collapses onto the ground, holding his half-frozen arm.
Mm.
Can't go. It's not safe.
She's gonna try to start walking again.
Yeah. Well, he can't really follow you at this point. He's
All right.
in a lot of pain. So, okay, there you go. You're headed off on the road. So, I think at this point, we'll take our break, and then we will get back to Tsetseliya running away for good reason. She has a point. Thank you for sticking with us. Don't go away because we're going to see more of it. Also, Sturge, I heard that you wanted to speak with the man in the sword. I think during our break, we'll do that couple of minutes of you interacting with the sword, and then we'll come back to the whole group. So say 5 minutes, and then at the end of that 5 minutes, it'll be Stephen and me, and then a couple minutes later, the whole group again. So don't go away. We'll be right back. I'm back with Stephen Merlino, player of Sturge, and Sturge is going to commune with the sword of Cheverash.
Mm.
So, set the scene for us, Stephen. What is it like when Sturge communes with the sword?
Well, he goes to his room, gets a room in the inn,
Okay.
sits on the bed, cross-legged, draws the sword, lays it in his hands, crosses his knees, closes his eyes, and says, "Law, I wish to speak with you," and concentrates on his attunement.
Okay, you fall into communion very quickly this time. Yes, says the old elf, who seems a little younger than last you saw him.
You look younger today. In fact, you looked younger last time. Is it because...
Because you are learning more.
How does this work?
You will see.
I see.
Ask me your questions. I know you have questions.
I do. I wonder, since you have long memory of
He
the
brushes like a long silvery hair out of his face.
You have a long memory of the elvish people. And I wonder if you ever encountered a being demon, I imagine. Maybe a devil. Maybe some kind of fey devil with 6 fingers.
Yes,
I
I
believe
have.
you. Do you?
There are many devils with 6 fingers, but a fey devils are rare. Most have died long ago. You speak of Lilianviatan, large regeth.
Lilian Vietan Larbrigette?
The large regeth, the
Large?
lost prince.
Do you mind if I write that down?
He says nothing, you have nothing to write on.
All right, we'll just retcon that later. The lost prince. What lost how?
He abandoned his family long ago.
And they've died.
Yes. Victims of their own hubris,
What allowed him to live?
abandoning them and their doomed course.
I see. Well,
Also his treachery. And he is a survivor. He has a will and drive to do whatever it takes to survive.
you fear him?
I fear nothing. No, I do not even fear nothing. Nothing would be a blessing.
Ah.
I
Well,
fear failure.
Yeah.
As you fear failure.
Yeah. It seems a friend has entangled herself with this Leandra man.
You may call him Lilton. That is what he calls himself.
Ah, good. We are talking about the same person.
Of course we are.
What should we do to disentangle her? Any recommendations?
Only she can disentangle herself.
How can we defend ourselves against his predations?
Become useful to him.
Ah,
Do not draw his ire, for he is much more powerful than you in your current state. But he could be useful to you as well.
what would the cost be of doing business with him?
Everything.
It's too much.
It depends what is on the other side of the scale.
Mostly, I think it best to stay disentangled from such a being.
You have forgotten many things. Do you not wish to remember them?
Yes?
He could remove your curse.
In exchange for everything else? No, thank you.
You might find a way to be free of his influence. You are clever.
Hmm.
I know this of you. You know this of you.
I wish to bring some kind of word to my friend, and all I can say is that she must disentangle herself.
She cares deeply for others. This is a weakness on her part, and he will exploit it. If you would save her, you need to exploit it as well.
Can you be more clear? How would I do that?
We have spoken many times. I think you know the answer to that question.
Exploit her caring for others.
Exactly. You will foresee it. You will know what to do.
Thank you.
My
Thank you.
purpose does not include killing him.
No,
I need you to understand this.
I can see that. Although I assume that some of the protections that you offer me in general still be in force if you were to try to enter my mind.
Yes. I would give you one word of caution. Do not let him prove a superior wielder to you. For we have a purpose.
Mhm.
And that purpose is more important than anything else.
Mhm. Once he knows you are with me, he could take it if he wished. He could take this.
Yes. Do not let him, for your sake and mine.
Well, I certainly wouldn't, but he is, as you say, far more powerful. Is there any way to conceal you from him?
Your own magic, your own wit. You will find a solution.
What about a lead sheath?
Lead is so uncomfortable
Well, it might.
and poisonous. He almost looks like he told you a joke there. Like he almost smiled.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I might try the lead sheath. That would help. If it doesn't,
Do not abandon them.
oh, I won't.
Not until you must.
Giving me a lot to think about. Thank you.
Do not thank me ever. All right, we're ready to go back to the whole group whenever Yang Yang gives me the signal.
It's a good signal.
Is that the signal? Okay,
Yeah.
we're back. Hello, everyone. Tsetseliya is running away
Yep.
from Renzer.
I'm running towards a solution.
That's right. Running away from no solution toward a solution.
That's
Potential
definitely
solution.
the way to
Right. First thing that happens, Rogar, you come upon Ruan.
Aye. Aye. I'm still.
He's listening to Stong's performance from outside the door.
Ruin. We need to talk.
Oh, hello. Oh, I'm so glad it's you, Rogar. Oh, man. This travel has been fraught.
Aye. That's.
Oh,
part of
and
what I'm-
before you say anything, I
Aye.
know that you like me, like you as well. I'm happy to go really slow with it. It's all right.
I appreciate that, but that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about this time.
Oh,
I know, and you've hurt your sister Tsetseliya, and I know you know that because of the way you keep turning into an eagle and flying off every time things get a little bit tense.
he looks uncomfortably up
It's
at
quite a
the sky. She understands. She knows what our mother's like, how I was raised. It's the same as how she was raised. So we talked in Westgate. We're fine. Totally fine.
No, you're not.
I'm sure
totally
everything's fine.
No, it isn't. And this is partly my fault. I mean, you seem so you seem so calm and wise on the outside, and that's one of the things that draws me to you. But forget sometimes that you're a lot like Tsetseliya and Sorshin on the inside, very sort of wild and inexperienced with actual healthy relationships, probably because of your mother, which you just mentioned. So
That you might have a point, maybe.
So just trust me on this. You all need to learn to trust each other, and that just can't be assumed. And that's only going to happen with time and by showing her that she can trust you, especially when it isn't
Trusting each
easy. Aye.
Trust.
Trust.
Okay.
And you definitely need to go apologize to her.
Apologize. She knows I didn't mean to leave her alone. I mean, I went to check on Artemisia. She'll get over it. How about right now we just like can we hug? It's pretty chilly.
No, Ruin.
There might be bogglewomps around. You never know.
That's a nice try, Ruin. But
Maybe I should
think
turn
I'm
into an
catching on
eagle
to
and go
you.
look for bug.
No,
You know?
no, do not turn into an eagle. Just I think. Listen, I think maybe it's more than just this apology, and it's more than just this time, whatever happened with Artemisia and the wolf, and whatever your intentions were this one time. I think it's bigger than that, and I think I was a little bit selfish in when you were still. I didn't know you were you, of course, but as Jigs the wolf, I think she could have used you to cuddle at her feet and to listen to her, be her confidant as much as I needed
when
you.
she sleeps.
Aye, but that's an example of how you overcome those things. If that's a minor thing that you can overcome and find a way to work around to show her that even though she kicks you in your sleep, you'll still be there for her. Just trust me on this, Ruin, okay?
Well, I mean that is why I came here, why I found her in the first place.
Good.
Okay, all right, fine.
But
what do you think I should do? I should apologize to her. That's what you're saying?
Aye, and more than that, you need to show her that she can trust you, okay? And you need to just be there for her. In fact, I think maybe it's a good idea if you and I sort of step back a little bit, and so that you can just focus, on
Step back
your
from
relationship.
her.
No, step back from us.
Wait.
What this is?
Whoa! Yeah, Rogar.
Aye.
You're just scared. It's okay. I understand that. We don't have to do that.
No. I mean, yes.
Go really slow. It's all right. I have no problem with that.
I understand, and yes, this is scary, but I need some time to focus on this bogglewomp problem on my own, and to make sure. I mean, if I'm going to go against the church doctrine and Holy Mother and everything, and just put all that aside, it's got to be for good reasons, not just for selfish reasons. And right now, I need to just sort of have some space to think about this. And if I'm going to lose the church and the Holy Mother and everything else, basically, if I'm going to be left naked and alone, I'd like to know that I can rely on you too. And right now, seeing you always run away from your sister, I'm frankly not sure I can. So this is a chance for you to prove to both of us that you're someone that you can rely on.
He looks kind of frustrated and also a little like, God damn it, my wisdom score is too high. I know that you're right. You have a point. He says, and finally he says, fine. I will apologize. I'll be reliable. I will not abandon her in her time of need, and I will prove myself to her and to you. And then he turns to storm away in a very Tsetseliya fashion.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him. I'll grab his arm. I'll say,
Huh?
wait 1 second.
He looks
And
back.
I'll get up on my toes. I'll grab his front of his robes. I'm gonna pull him down, and I'm gonna give him a kiss. I'm gonna give him a really.
He seems startled,
And then
he relaxes a little bit.
And then I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to shove him off and go. Okay, go, find your sister.
Yes, yes.
I need
he turns away
to go
He's
over
like,
here and pray about some stuff.
I don't smell her. Did she leave the city?
What? You don't smell her?
He leans over and just turns into this pony. And then he as he's shifting, he says, "Get on me, Rogar."
Okay.
And then he's
not how I thought this
pony
talk
and
was going to end.
He's
But
looking at you.
okay, all right. I'll mount awkwardly on the pony with my I mean, can he kneel down? Can he do the like horsey kneel down thing so I can?
He kneels down.
Okay, it's a little hard. Okay, so I'll get up on top of the pulley.
Okay, as soon as you're settled up there, he starts
Right.
running up the street.
Okay, all right.
You don't have a saddle or anything, so you're like,
I Dwarfen mithril armor on a.
all right,
back
Tsetseliya. You come to the crossroads with a
Okay.
very large skull. It is indeed a giant skull. That's why it's so easy to tell. And there's a little placard next to the skull, and in very worn script, it says, the skull of the great Solg Smasher, the last of the giants that attacked. But
I'm
the
very
placard
comforted
is
by the
dated from
last.
200 years ago.
Still true though.
Maybe.
Shouldn't grin so much. This is very serious.
So there's a path to
Okay.
the north and a path to the southeast. You're pretty sure you're supposed to take the path to the southeast. You hear
Aaron kind of
hear the
remembers you saying
sound.
north, but
Ah.
I'm not sure.
Anyway,
But
okay,
that's
okay.
fair. That's
You
fair.
remember
don't.
you were supposed to go a particular direction. I don't remember what I said. We'll remember
That's-
what
Okay.
when
okay,
I listen
okay,
back
that's
to
fair. That's fair. Because also I could very well be wrong, and
It's fine.
you could also be tricking me. There are lots of options here. Anyway,
You hear the sound of a wolf howling behind you and realize that Sarshan is still on your tail.
okay.
What do you want to do?
I would like to continue on. I think is he very close?
You think that if you don't do something to stop him or mislead him, he will catch up with you pretty soon. It has been a few minutes, so if your armor lasts for like 10 minutes, then your armor is still going.
Oh, if that he grabs me again, he's gonna kill himself. It lasts for an hour.
Oh, wow. All right. You're
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
You're good.
He knows better, right? Like he won't do it again. I'm gonna keep going the way that I am sure is correct, which is out.
Okay.
Don't know
So you turn off. Actually, I think the direction was that you're supposed to leave the road at that point.
that I do remember.
So there are the two roads, and then you're supposed to go a different direction.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember that.
Now I can remember what I said. All right. So you start doing that.
Okay.
Sure enough, a few minutes later, you hear something approaching you from behind. And you turn around and you see a big red wolf, Sarshan, come
Okay.
running up toward you.
Does
And
he
he
look like he's
leaps at
just
you.
gonna? I'm gonna drop the armor because that I don't want to do that again.
AC 15.
To hit me?
Yep.
Oh, that does hit me.
All right.
Did I
He
have time to
tackles
drop
you onto the
armor?
ground. Roll initiative.
That's not gonna go well.
Oh my God. All
I
right.
don't have a good
He rolled
initiative.
pretty low too, but a little higher than that. All
I'm
right.
gonna kill him.
So he slams into you before you drop your armor, takes all that ice damage again. Now the wolf has ice flowing up around its face and its claws. And it's kind of like frozen on top of you.
Stop doing that!
You have to come back. It's not safe. But he can't really move. He's frozen.
No. Oh. I don't think she wants to listen to him right now. So she's going to. He can heal himself. I know that.
He
But I
can.
don't
Yeah.
remember if I have a healing potion. So she's just going to say, like, I'm doing this and go back to walking. Maybe a little faster.
Tsetseliya, wait.
Just banish him. Hit him with a banish.
All right. He turns back into his Sarshan self
Yeah.
and lays his hand on his shoulder to put healing magic into himself. He says,
a
You
little bit.
you have to wait. I can't leave you.
Really easy. It's really easy. It's what everybody does.
It's not easy, and it's not possible. He
You know, like
reaches out to pull you back. He casts a spell on him.
I feel like Tsetseliya would cast Vanish. I feel she's really mad. But Aaron feels really bad.
All right, what's the saving throw DC? He disappears.
All right, I got a minute. I got a
There's
minute
this-
unless she thinks twice. What's the saving throw for keeping your anger going?
What's the saving throw for maintain the anger? DC 10. DC 10.
For what? Like just a whatever die?
Charisma save, DC 10.
My
Charisma
save
check,
is 10.
DC 10.
I was gonna say my charisma save is 10. So
Wow.
I rolled a 10.
All right, well, you're good. You're still angry.
Fire.
No.
She's telling herself a very specific story.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarshan is trapped in some kind of Death Stranding effect, and you head off into the wilderness, pushing through the trees. Okay,
These are excellent uses of my spell slots.
Rogar, Rogar, you
I-
and Ruin have, by this point, you've collected Stong.
Okay.
Like you went, his show was breaking up. He was having a pint with some fans who were singing along, and you show up there, and it gives him the excuse he needed to break away.
Okay. Stone, Tsetseliya in trouble. I think we need you now.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Stong grabs Mirabelle and follows Rogar and Ruan. And as he passes, does he notice anything on Rogar's lips?
Faint trace of like flowers.
He won't say anything, but he'll just like give this like nod.
Mirabelle's like, Uncle Rogar, kiss me.
Oh, gosh.
Mirabelle.
Rogar's blushing furiously.
Oh.
Rogar. Mirabelle.
George, you see them down in the street below your window.
Do they look agitated?
Yeah.
I'll open the window. Hello. What's the problem?
Tsetseliya seems to be missing.
Where are you going?
To find her.
You know where to look?
I don't know. I was gonna trust
pony-
Ruin.
The pony turns back into Ruin. He says, I know where to look.
I was gonna say Rogar falls in the mud.
No, it turns back into Ruin holding Rogar.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
This is-
it'd be better
And then
if
he
Rogar
goes
was on
down
his
to one knee
shoulders.
because his strength is not his thing.
Mm.
And then he puts Rogar down. He says, I know where to find her. I think.
I'll be right down.
Where's
Sturge, you could just jump. I got you, buddy.
All right.
Go ahead.
Where's my
Sturge.
sister Artemisia? She could be very helpful too. Meanwhile, about a
Jump.
block away, Artemisia, you find yourself on the weirdest dinner date ever. Because Van is telling you all about, like, he is actually making alterations to the leather armor as he is pitching his idea for an autumn collection of armor. He says, now, don't laugh. This is what I'm thinking as he's making the alterations.
She is not eating, but it's so that she can pretend to make notes in her notebook. No clear indication what she's actually writing because it's in Draconic, but she's
Right.
making notes, extensive notes.
Says, yeah, so, I heard that you work for the Silks at Dawn, and I did a little bit of research about you when you came to my shop the other day. I hope that it doesn't bother you or that seems weird. Probably a lot of this seems weird. This charisma 8, everybody. But like this is the thing. I'm really seeing like a number of adventurers just walking down the streets, strutting their stuff in my armor.
Uh-huh.
Like stalker on Facebook or something.
And maybe maybe if you really like this one, ow. If you really like this one, you could put in a good word with Lady Nathlin if it works.
When next I see her.
When next you see her.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What does that mean exactly? Do you not see her on a regular basis? Oh, she's supposed to be really ephemeral, is that the word? Changeable? Unreliable? I don't know. Anyway.
She is certainly reliable.
He holds out the suit. He's like, here we go. And so he's made the requested alterations, which he did in pretty recognizable and respectable time. Like the people at the Silks at Dawn, he rivals their skill in crafting. And the armor is kind of asymmetric. It has like feathers. They're not really feathers, but they're like leather things that look like feathers over on one shoulder, and it looks very stylish.
Oh,
A little bit exotic, maybe. Not something you'd expect to see on the streets of Westgate.
Oh, I forgot.
This is way too big for you. I don't know why you wanted me to make these alterations. I mean, not way too big.
I was like, did Van just call Tsetseliya bad? But not really.
No.
Is
Artemisia is that skinny. I was forgetting she isn't eating, but she is drinking.
Right.
To have that.
So he shows you the leather armor. And he's like, "Well, what do you think?" And it is at that moment that the rest of the party rolls up outside the cafe where you were drinking.
Artemisia!
You are quite skilled. Thank you. I will mention your name to Lady Nathlin, and so she's going to try to take it from him.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Thank you.
So she's like folding it up in her bag, and then like the last of the glass of Czar that she has, she's going to like, the people who just entered, you've never seen her do this before in her life, but she like tips it back and chugs.
Yep.
And then she looks at Van and she's like, thank you. I hope you are satisfied by this business meeting. I have very pressing appointment. Bye.
Hard maybe. And then you head off with the leather.
Is that like the first?
Dan is sitting there and he's like, hard maybe. Yes.
Well, Artemisia, looks like you had a good business meeting.
Don't talk to me.
But we heard
what's
that
happened?
your sister's in trouble.
From whom? Who's come after her?
Stone points at Rogar.
She's just missing apparently. Ruin is very concerned about her. She's nowhere in the town.
Well, we have to find her right now.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Stone would like to do a sending to Tsetseliya while they are traveling.
Okay. What do you want to say?
So Stong's going to say, Tsetseliya, we hear you're in trouble. Please tell us where you are. If you can, please
bring back a sandwich.
Please confirm that you're okay.
Okay.
What reply do you send, if any?
I was gonna say I'm not in trouble. I'm fixing this. Everybody stop acting like, actually, man, okay. This is tough because I'm like, what would she say? She's really mad, but I don't know that she's quite mad enough to just not say anything. And she's very determined to go through with her plan here. So she'd say, I'm fixing this. You don't need to follow. If my stuff comes back to Westgate, don't throw it away. That might be enough, like, to convey that she's mad without actually.
Yeah, so Stone will repeat the message to the rest of the party, and he says, she's telling us not to follow, but I don't know.
Did Stong find out that she didn't accept his payment at the tavern when he went to leave?
Eric?
Ask me that one more time.
No
Sorry,
worries.
I was consulting my notes.
Sorry, did Stong find out that that Tsetseliya did not accept payment for the show when he was leaving? Like, did the
Yeah, the bartender said, "Oh yeah, I saw your manager, and she didn't take the gold that I offered her.
Oh my god!
So it's all here for you." And he pushes it
Guys!
across the table.
She didn't take the payment. She always takes the payment for me. This is really not like her. We should find her.
Out of curiosity, since I can't figure out how to make Tsetseliya say where she's going plausibly, did the bartender mention she asked about fake rooms? Or are you guys out of luck?
Ruin's tracking by scent, isn't he?
I can also transform and help track too. Got some survival.
I mean, the bartender wouldn't have mentioned it offhand unless you asked. So
he's not gossipy.
And is Narcy
fair.
around? I
But
mean,
he
do
was
we have our
distracted.
ranger?
Yeah, the song was performing really very loudly.
Narcy is back. Well, you know, I feel obligated to have the ranger be useful. When Narcy shows up on her weasel badger.
Oh, good timing.
She
Narcy.
says,
Well, there is the matter of
The
the
best
extra
timing.
payment. We owe her, so she could be coming to collect.
Yeah. So I brought you back to Redenseer. Was there going to be that extra payment that we discussed?
Stong
You
hands her
all
the
look
10
like
gold.
you're busy with something. Oh, perfect.
It does seem.
Well,
like it
good
would have
night. Just
been...
starts heading away.
We could use your help tracking.
Tracking?
I know.
That's one of the things I'm really good at.
That's one of the only good.
I'm
Good
good at
ranger.
a number of things.
No, I know. Not
You bite your tongue.
I didn't say that out
out
loud.
there.
It just seems a shame if we have a ranger to like the one time we need tracking to like.
Who are we tracking? What are we tracking? Is it a giant? I like tracking giants
It's Tsetseliya.
or beasts.
It's well, I don't know how you define Tsetseliya, but it's Tsetseliya.
You mean Tsetseliya, like the witch? Yeah, among you on the charter.
Hi, our
friend,
our
Tsetseliya.
good friend Tsetseliya.
Has she
Hi.
been kidnapped?
We don't know. There's something odd. She may be under a
Everyone's
charm
like,
or
oh no, we must find her. Away,
Hi.
Badger, away! And she starts heading down the road. Ruin says, "So that's what rangers are like. I never would have guessed." Well, let's go.
Yeah, let's follow.
So, Tsetseliya,
Yep.
you've been walking through the woods,
Is this spooky?
just kind of crashing through the spooky woods. Trees are leaning down with their fingers, grasping at your hair. Just kind of
Pull my
shoving them
mask
out of the
on.
way. Got your mask on. The
Hold it on.
tree branches are scraping at the mask.
I'm glad it's on my face.
And
If I lost the path, or I got a path. Am I going?
there isn't really a path.
All right.
You're following your instinct, as it were. Like you feel the dull beat of magic ahead of you. Fey magic. And you enter into a grove. You can see dimly campfires among the trees, but kind of removed from you. Like you're skirting around the edge of some kind of encampment.
Okay. like to stop and look and make sure
Make a
I'm not
perception check
marching
or a
into-
survival check. Either way. 13. No, there's some kind of humanoid encampment, but you can't really tell.
Okay.
Not unless you go closer. Do you want to go closer?
Yeah. So this is around the Fey Grove or part of the Fey Grove or between
Well, it's
me
kind
and
of
the Fey
on the
Grove?
way. You
Okay.
think that you're still a little ways away.
I kind of think I want to try and skirt it carefully. Like I don't want
Okay.
to get too far off this magic pull, but
Make
also
a stealth check.
oh, that wasn't too bad. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you think you're mostly skirting the encampment.
I think I
And well, you don't really know where they
Nope.
posted sentries and
Nope.
such. You're doing your best to take care as you go around it. And you eventually come to like sort of a clearing. There's a log across where there was a big tree standing.
Okay.
And you see Sarshan standing there.
What?
And he's got one arm on the log because he's supporting himself. And in the other hand, he's holding his sword.
What? How did you get around me?
That's not important. The important thing is, this is a bad plan, and you have to stop. Okay,
Don't have a better plan.
you're picking a permanent solution to a short-term problem, and that's just not logical. Sorry, that's what Ruin would say. I'm trying that logic. No? You're not going to stop?
I don't have another plan here.
You just come with me. We'll figure this out.
What is there to figure out? He's gonna be there, and I'm not gonna be able to stop him. And just
Your
everyone's gonna take his side. It always happens like that.
I'm not going to take his side. I will never take that man's side. I will only take your side.
Oh
He
my
coughs.
God.
Blood comes out of his mouth.
Why did you grab the armor? You weren't supposed to do that.
It was a mistake of judgment that I made twice. Look. He points the sword at you. He's like, if we have to fight, that's okay. I can fight you.
I can fight you. Good.
We're not going to fight, right? You're not going to fight me.
I don't want to.
Tsetseliya, are you holding your axe? Did you summon it?
She hadn't. Maybe she does. He'll get out of the way. I'll just let her do this bad decision.
Cersei's like, oh, and you're not going to use that.
You don't know that.
No, I don't know that. But
Well, Eric, I think you have to repeat that.
I have faith in you. Unfortunately, I have been expressing that very loudly. And it is at that point that small humanoid forms start pouring into the clearing.
What?
Surprise goblins.
Surprise goblins!
Surprise goblins!
Yeah!
I am very glad that I opted to
They're
take the
the
axe
worst
out
kind of goblins.
because
All initiative.
Surprise! I mean, I'm surprised. So it's very effective.
roll 20.
Excellent.
Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, they're gonna regret that.
Half a dozen goblins are coming at you. Well, warlocks are really good at taking down individual enemies or like small groups of enemies. But the small army of goblins pouring toward you.
But how many goblins are we talking about?
Well, there were 6 initially, and you hear more cries beyond them.
Okay.
Sarshan looks over and he's like, damn it!
Time for a little
Oh,
boy.
man.
Okay, the rest of you come to a crossroads with a giant skull at the center of it. There's a placard that says, "This is Slorg Smasher, the last giant who attacked Red and Seer." But the placard is 200 years old.
Dom takes a moment to read that to Mirabelle because it's educational.
Mirabelle goes, "Slorg Smasher,
Mm.
Smasher,
Mm.
Slorg Smashing Basher."
Is the weasel indicating a particular direction?
The weasel is going, and there are the two paths. And Narcy says, "Oh, crossroads. I hate crossroads. So many choices. Left,
Rogar.
right, left,
I
Right.
search.
Maybe you could speak with the dead and ask this giant head.
Ah,
I did not do
Cool.
that, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad. It would have been so cool.
Ruin says you don't.
I potentially could, but I did not. I did not prepare my mind to in my prayers for that particular.
Tom's got survival that he could try. We could do
Okay.
look at the tracks of the ground.
Go ahead and make a check.
Okay, so that is going to be a 17.
All right. You definitely see some humanoid tracks. You see some wolf tracks that become humanoid tracks and then abruptly leave the ground. And then you see an indentation where obviously somebody fell down. It has been raining earlier tonight, so it's very muddy. So all of these things are pretty clear. And then you see like some spaces in the ground that are frozen solid. Specifically that indentation.
Okay, but do I see like the direction of the tracks lead?
Yes, they are departing from the paths entirely. Narcy's going like,
I tap Narcy and I point at that direction. And I say, "What do you think, Narcy? Is this the correct way?"
you mean you show her the tracks off the path?
Yeah.
She says, "Tracks! I have found tracks. We know where to go." Starts leading you all off the trail.
I think
Thanks,
I'm
Dong.
going to call up my little pet owl and
He appears poised on your nose.
ask, just
His little
instruct him
golden
to,
eyes.
to fly ahead a little bit and see if he sees our friend Tsetseliya with a wolf or elf male companion. And if so, fly back to me and let me know.
Okay. He goes flying off. Badger, the weasel, looks up at the owl and is like, like, I definitely wanted to eat that owl. And Ruin says, "I didn't know you had a familiar."
Oh, well, he's shy.
Guys, Tsetseliya might be in danger. Can we have this conversation later?
We're walking and talking, of course.
Ruin is walking amongst the trees and plants like no problem at all. Like his body seems to just kind of bend out of the way of them. Narcy is also doing quite well on the path. The rest of you, you're tromping through the mud, you're breaking twigs and making a huge ruckus in the bushes. And ahead of you, somewhere, you can hear the sound of cries of agitation and anger, as well as the ring of steel.
Does that sound like surprise goblins?
It sounds like surprise goblin.
Oh, my least favorite kind of goblins.
The worst.
In fact, as you're walking along, you see a goblin warband going across the trail ahead of you. You try and hide yourselves?
I grab a leaf and hold it in front of my face. No.
Goblins, so they don't come after me.
When you say a war band, how many are we?
I mean,
roughly
like 30
talking?
goblins.
A lot of goblins. Oh, Artemisia, This is your chance to shine.
Oh,
I wish I had a fireball.
Well, I mean, yeah, we got to do something about him. So, I mean, actually, Artemisia at this point would not answer, except to attack them. So,
Okay. How are you going to attack? Lightning bolt.
lightning bolt
Excellent.
through the middle, lots of them in a row.
Oh, everyone's like, what do we do? War band of goblins. And Artemisia just boldly. All right. The lightning bolt cuts a bloody swath through the middle of the goblins. Just blackened corpses go falling in all directions. You certainly have garnered their attention. They turn and look at you. Their eyes go wild and they go, ah! And then the surprise goblins come toward you. Ruin says, well done, sister. You protected our sister from the other goblins who are now coming after us. Oh no.
So are we rolling initiative? Or
Back to Tsetseliya. So you are now limping through the woods. You still have your axe.
Mhm.
You've taken a little bit of damage from the goblins.
Yeah, I got knocked over. And then the goblins. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Have I
Right.
chopped at least a couple goblins?
You did,
As
yes.
first class?
Well, your axe
helping.
has goblin blood smeared across it.
Sergeant took too much damage. I really don't want
Sarshan is the tank of the party.
to.
So,
Yeah, but still, I don't think Cecilia would want them.
okay.
She knows that.
How did you protect Sarshan with your magic?
When the goblins come, I blast them. I'm not clever.
So you were just blasting goblins, and then surprise goblins came out of the forest near you,
More
no.
surprise goblins.
and then you started
there-
hacking at them
Oh my
with your axe.
What's on the other side of the log? Can we jump the log? Can the
All right.
goblins jump the log? They're very short.
Well, a goblin barrage of archers appears,
Oh my
holding little
god!
bows, and Sarshan's like, and he grabs your wrist, your
Uh-huh.
hand, right?
Yeah.
And he jumps over the log at the same time you jump over the log.
Okay.
You have the same thought at the same moment. Over
like,
the
does
log.
he reach my
Hmm.
arm out of the
No.
No, okay.
Arrows thunk into the tree. The Sarshan's like, this is not part of it.
Part of what?
This is not the heart of the piercing attacking you.
Well, good.
It'll be
Like-
much worse than this.
Okay, maybe he's like slight concern about this being a bad idea. Okay.
I think if you turn into a wolf, you can escape, and I can distract them long enough for you to escape.
No, you're not gonna stay back here.
Oh
and
no,
get
no,
full-
I'll be fine. I'll turn into a wolf, and I'll escape too.
Why don't we just both turn into wolves and escape? Why do you have to stay here?
You know, that's a good idea. And I'm not sure why I didn't think of that.
Probably because of the massive blood loss.
He looks down at his middle, which is covered in blood, and he's like, "Oh yeah,
Does
you
that
know, you
fix
might be
when you
right.
turn into a wolf?
Are you hurt?"
A little? Like, I don't know where the goblin shot.
He reaches out and touches you on the cheek and sends healing magic into you with his lay on hands ability.
But
And then
also
that's
you're-
it. That's all of his healing.
Okay, then she's gonna reach over. Is he wearing a shirt?
No.
All right.
Well, he was. He was.
All right.
But,
can I take?
yeah, It's all
Cecilia's
like torn by
Probably
strikes and
her
Man, the
extra
first
shirt thing.
damage he takes always goes to the shirt.
just shirt damage.
It's like a
Just
Kirk.
damage.
It's like Kirk. It's always.
Well, you always aim for center mass, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna she does not have any healing magic, but he's bleeding a lot. So she's gonna the worst wound here that you keep talking about. Gonna tie that extra skirty thing she has on top of it.
I'm
Like, that's what I did.
confused, he says.
What?
if you really wanted to run away, you could just leave me here. It would be a while before I catch up with you. I have to have a lot of goblins to kill.
Yeah, but you'd be dead.
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, but that necessarily part that's not interested. Everybody died.
Oh, okay.
You already don't like me. I want you to hate me too.
What do you mean I don't like you?
She's gonna turn into a wolf.
Oh, well, that's a good way to end the conversation. No, you can just turn into a wolf, no problem. No check
Cool.
required.
Or at least, whatever Tsetseliya does that passes for a wolf.
All right, so you turn into
Still looks
your
weird.
kind of lanky koi wolf form,
I think if more people could turn into wolves, a lot more conversation.
and you run off.
Yes.
Only that happened at the
Sarshan leans back against the tree and
No,
he's like,
I'm gonna come back. If he's not coming, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna bite him.
so you're like barking at him,
Yeah.
and he's like, he stands up, he chants a spell, his sword lights with flame, and he slams it into the tree and sends the tree bowling over the goblins. And then he kind of staggers after you, turning into a wolf as he's staggering. And then you're chasing each other as wolves
All right.
through the forest.
Away from the goblins and the fire tree.
Right. So, the rest of the party, you have come upon the entire goblin warband, which you would understand in days to come was marching on Redenseer. This is why the Westgate Irregulars would henceforth be known as the heroes of Redenseer for thwarting the goblin threat. But just at the moment, since it's not yet days hence, you are surrounded by goblins.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
And
if
the
we
forest
eradicate
is
them,
on
and they
fire.
eradicate us. Like,
And the ones of us who survive are known as the
The
heroes,
heroes of
Redenseer.
Redenseer.
yeah, there's at least 2 survivors, right? Multiple.
Someone lives to tell the tale.
Yeah.
So, Artemisia blasted them with the lightning bolt. What do you others do? I'll just go.
Well,
We won't have to roll initiative. This is mostly a cinematic sort of battle. Stong, tell me the big thing that you do during this battle, and I'll have you roll for it so we see how it goes.
so after Artemisia like carves a path with her lightning bolt,
After Artemisia kills like 8 goblins with a lightning bolt. Mhm.
Stong is going to use that path to throw himself into like the heart of the warband, and then he's gonna say in Orcish, or yell in Orcish, "My friend is in danger, and I'm not in a good mood. Leave!" But then when he says leave, he actually casts Thunderwave at like level 5, which would hit,
Yeah.
which does 68 damage.
Oh my god.
And a
Shout
15
leave
foot
to the
cube.
goblins, and then you
They
disintegrate the
bankrupt.
goblins.
Could've just stayed put, turns out.
Okay. One of the goblins, while you were shouting at them, was like, "We're goblins, not orcs." And then boom.
Well,
All right, Sturge, what did you do?
Well, how many are left after that?
Oh, a lot. Hundreds.
Sturge is going to cast an illusion of a 15-foot wall. That's
Okay.
going to,
Like
delay
a
the-
stone wall?
stone wall.
Okay.
That is going to delay or at least confuse them enough for us to retreat a little.
So the goblins were like, ah, ah.
And then, poof, big old wall.
Oh,
And that'll delay a few of them.
okay.
All I can think to do, and draw the sword. And then hide.
Sturge special. Gotcha. Okay. Rhiannon, what is Artemisia going to do after that first lightning bolt strike?
She still has more spell slots.
Further lightning bolt strikes?
Yeah.
Don't mess with a good thing.
So, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's seen the last episode of The Witcher on Netflix, but Artemisia goes to town.
La, la, la. No.
How is your demeanor as you're casting these spells?
Not great. She's not saying anything, but on her face. It's very much that like she doesn't really know what to do. She feels trapped, but like at least she can do this. So like, and so maybe a sense of catharsis. Like at least she can do this spell.
And you certainly can. Artemisia is responsible for a great many goblin deaths that night. Rogar, what are you doing?
I target a group and I say, tell me, are you screaming or is this burning? Sharla striking flame, and a huge column of fire comes down and flame strikes the bastards. It's 10-foot radius. 40-foot high column.
Wow, that's huge.
So they get a
Yeah,
dexterity
that's
save.
good.
It's a shot to the heart of the goblins. And Rogar's
Yeah.
to blame.
And I'm to blame. All right. 6, 9. They take potentially 12 fire and 12 fire and 16 radiant.
Oh yeah, they even if they made their saves, they would
Right.
not survive that blast.
Okay.
So you just like cook a bunch of goblins.
Sorry.
A number of goblins come running toward you, Rogar, specifically.
Aye.
And vines appear out of the ground and just entangle the goblins. And you see Ruin casting a spell beside you. And he
Okay.
says, I have to find my sister.
Aye.
Not that one. He points at Artemisia. She's fine. Actually,
believe
she
that's
may have
true.
encountered some emotional trauma, but you know what? I need to find Tsetseliya. So he's looking to you, Rogar, for permission to like leave.
Oh, aye. Go find Cecilia. This is a good time to turn into an eagle if you can. Aye.
Yes, and he turns into an eagle and then flies off. The goblin arrow flies up and sticks in his wing. And he's like,
Oh no.
Oh. I'll
he keeps
throw a
laughing.
healing spell after him if you'll.
If you have like a long distance healing spell, like healing word.
I do.
Okay.
Let me see. I got. Well, let's see. Yeah, healing word, 60 feet. I'm trying to think. Is that the longest one? I thought? Yeah, I think so.
The chat is saying that Ruin should moonbeam them to death,
Yeah.
which is probably true. But he's concerned about Tsetseliya, so
Be concerned about Tsetseliya, or is he trying to make sure Rogar?
that's exactly the kind of sort of question that Tsetseliya would ask. Anyway, it's a good idea, Zenafriel. He might still do that. You never know. All right, so you send a healing spell after him.
Aye.
He gives a little eagle scream of thanks and then continues on his way. Okay, Tsetseliya,
Yes.
you are bounding through the forest as a wolf.
Okay.
There are goblins, surprise goblins that come lurching out of
Oh my god.
the bushes to try and stab you, but you're real fast as a wolf and you just can
That's good.
go around them. Sarshan like bowls over a goblin, tears his throat out, and then keeps following you.
Okay. Are we heading for the Fey Grove? Or are we heading? I don't know where we're going. And I assume this is the same thing. We're like, all of a sudden I have too many senses.
That's right.
So I think I'm mostly following Sarshan.
You are sort of overwhelmed by your senses. Well, Sarshan would be trying to lead you away.
I don't wanna
As
get
a wolf,
by
in fact,
goblins.
you feel more pull from this Fey Grove.
Okay.
So you know exactly where it is at this
Is
point.
it on the other side of the goblins?
Well, it is past the goblins, but you're mostly past the goblins.
Okay. You're
You've
toward
probably killed 2 dozen goblins now. And so you bound up onto this ridge, and the Fey Grove lies below the ridge. You can see it. There's like 2 trees that are twisted together,
Mhm.
forming like a doorway, an opening.
Yeah.
And you pause at the edge of the ridge. And then Sarshan comes bounding up toward you. And utterly cheeses his dexterity roll and smashes into you, and you both go sliding down the ridge.
Ow!
As you wish.
Yeah.
Well, as you're
God.
tumbling down,
We already had Sturge jumping into Song's arms. We're just gonna hit all the princess pride.
as you're tumbling down, Sarshan turns back into an elf and like wraps his arms around you against his chest and like
Hits it.
oh,
Oh God.
oh, and then you end up in
Oh.
this muddy patch at the bottom of the ridge next to the Fey Grove.
We change back.
Well, you're still your koi wolf form, but you can if you want to. And Sarshan's still holding on to you.
Because I don't think I want to try talking. I think regardless of what I'm gonna do, I don't want to talk to the heart of the piercing looking like this. Also, my face.
And he's lying there and he's going,
Are you okay?
not really,
Oh my.
but I'm better than you will be if you keep going. Please, don't go. Please. Stay here with me.
And then what? And then
I don't care. Fuck it. I just care about you, Tsetseliya.
wait, what?
Yes. You stubborn witch. I care about you. Don't go into the endless winter. You'll never come back and I'll never see you again.
You just said
Okay.
she
Damn
is
it. That's not
very
working.
surprised. Okay. And that. Just gonna kind of put her hand on it. With their clothes.
He puts his hand on your hand. He's like, no, keeping pressure on there is still useful. Huh.
She might kiss him. Then it kisses
Oh.
He's surprised, and then this is her back. And then he's like,
shows up. No.
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Oh my god. Is this where like Artemisia can blast away a tree and the rest of us see this too? It's just a straight line.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go, right? Okay.
You're not.
No, I'm just gonna take a nap
You're
now.
not gonna, yeah, that's the,
Just don't. He touches your cheek with his hand, kind of. It's blood all over your face. Yeah, it's just please stay here.
this is the weirdest kind of romance.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the not
Success.
mud.
Oh,
and-
okay.
Okay, maybe you stay still.
Yeah,
That looks dislocated.
I'm not sure my legs are working right now.
Mm.
Oh,
Very
but
still.
one arm's working.
Okay.
Haha. Kind of just to pull himself out of the mud.
She's gonna like to get him to stop moving around. You maybe kind of.
You get him out to the end
So, yeah,
edge
I
of the
don't
mud.
think
He's covered in mud and
Yeah.
blood. It's covering up all his wounds. So this is. He leans his head against you.
Sit down.
He puts his head in your lap. This is actually very soothing. I don't just mean the
This is
mud.
very confusing, but
Yeah, tell me about
feels
it. You want to kiss again? Okay,
But I
okay.
don't want you to pass out from the pain at the same time.
Yeah. Do you have any healing potions?
Okay.
Wait, did you
I
did
do.
you take your clothes with you when you turned into a wolf?
I don't.
Oh.
No one explained to her how to do that.
Well, but did Tsetseliya figure out how to do it
I don't
on her
think
own?
Honestly,
I mean, because Tsetseliya mastered her wolf form.
good.
And
I guess.
Artemisia was able to sort of figure
right.
it out.
The
So.
writer
Artemisia
in-
did it instinctively.
The writer in me enjoys the symbolism of being vulnerable and inherent in this,
Ooh,
but
nice.
also, at least she's covered in mud, right?
Well, you are wearing
Um,
your mask.
I can't remember.
You did lift your mask in order to kiss
Look.
Sarshan,
That's
Look.
fair.
and now it's like up on your head.
I'm just gonna like.
Oh, could you take the
Right.
bandage back?
That's true. Can I have my bandage? Does he have his cloak?
Yes, it
Can I
is
get his
covered in
cloak?
mud.
Well, okay, but it's
Yep, you
average.
take his cloak.
Okay, maybe
Put
he
his
could give
cloak
me
on.
his cloak. That would be very sweet.
Oh yeah,
He can get it off his.
yeah. Well, working together, you get the
Yeah,
cloak
okay.
off of him.
Fair enough. That feels less weird. Okay.
Is my shoulder supposed to be shaped like that?
It's not, and I'm not entirely sure how to fix this.
Oh no, I got it. Here, take my hand.
Just wanna help him pop his shoulder back.
And then I'm just gonna need you to pull really hard. Don't worry,
Okay.
it's gonna hurt me a lot.
I don't like that. That
Don't-
doesn't make
no,
this
no, it's a-
better.
It's a good kind of pain. It'll make me better.
Okay. So she's gonna do what he's saying, even though, oh my god, this.
God!
Okay. Well, this
He's like,
moment died.
oh.
Safe words, Lethari.
Sure.
Oh man. All right. I feel kind of lightheaded now.
Okay, now you sit down. Definitely sit down.
Okay.
Figure out what to do next. when you don't feel
Says he reaches up and kind of like touches at your mask. He says,
like it.
You don't need to wear that around me. You can. You want to. I think you're beautiful regardless.
Okay. He's gonna take it off. Be like, maybe I don't need
While I'm loose and being honest, I think your wolf form is beautiful too.
Nice.
Is you're a
So
koi
touching.
wolf?
What?
Koi wolf. It's a cousin of the bigger wolves that you've seen. It's very compact and efficient, and I can't lie.
Hit what?
And at that point, the party arrives at the top of the ridge. Oh, hey.
Oh,
Ocean waves, and then he like unconscious.
I need some healing magic down here.
oh, here I come. I slide
You don't
down
have
the
space.
Whee!
Make a dexterity saving throw, Rogar.
Okay. 18 plus whatever. So
Oh, hey, you're doing pretty good.
Hi.
So you come sliding down the ridge.
reminds me of sliding down the old like mine shafts and stuff like that. Right.
Tsetseliya, now that Sarshan is asleep
Mm-hmm.
in your lap,
Yep.
you look back at the Fey portal for the first time,
Okay.
and you see that there are faint lights twinkling among the trees, like a portal to another world, another dimension.
Mhm.
And standing on one of the branches of the tree is an eagle, like a silver feathered eagle.
Ruan.
And its head is inclined toward the portal, and it's conversing with the portal, you think?
What?
But you're too far away to hear. Plus you have mud in your ear.
Yeah, a little.
And then Rogar comes sliding down, wades through the mud like it's no big deal. Dwarves wade through mud all the time. And yeah, you're there. You can do healing magic, Randy, if you want.
I'll do healing magic on for Sarshan.
Fell
Oh,
down the
lad,
cliff.
that didn't look good. Let's
No.
get that taken care of.
Oh, looking at the eagle, is that Ruan? Or
Yeah, the eagle looks around and you see that it has bright green eyes. And then it flaps away from the tree.
talking to?
So you cast your healing magic, Randy?
I
All right, Sarshan, who appears to have been hit, stabbed, slashed at least 36 times
Oh my god.
and fallen down a cliff
Oh, okay, that
through
was
the
his
mud
fault.
with several broken bones. You pour some healing magic into him. How much magic do you use?
I was gonna do second, but I think I'll do like or so. So it's 9, 18, 3, 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of those wounds are partly healed. Like he was using healing magic on himself as he went.
Right.
All right. And
I look-
his breathing becomes regular. Like he doesn't sound like he's punctured a lung anymore.
Hold on. And I look at Tsetseliya too. She's
And
got
now he's
blood on her
resting there
face.
peacefully. Oh yeah, she has like kind of like a bloody smear on her cheek.
Are you okay? Do you need
No,
healing? Or?
I mean, I'm not amazing. Also fell down the cliff. So close. Have more.
So Ruan comes walking up to you in his robes with his stick. Well, he doesn't come walking. He hurries over to you. And he says, "Sister, are you all right?"
It's fine. It's been a weird night.
Yes.
What
He
were you-
he
I was
casts a
gonna
healing
ask that,
spell on
actually.
Sarshan as well. He says, I'm sorry, sister. I'll do better.
I'm also very curious if he's fucking-
Yeah, so they share this odd little look like Tsetseliya
Also,
knows. And
tiny part
Ruan
of
realizes
me-
that Tsetseliya knows. He's like,
I also kind of wonder if how long Ruan was.
Ha!
Oh, no.
True. Good
Weirdo.
question. And Rogar is like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna keep healing this guy. All right.
Oh.
And so the rest of the party's there. Song, Artemisia, Surge, you're at the top of the ridge.
Huzzah!
Narcy comes riding up on her weasel. So many goblins, you all.
Oh, no.
I don't know how you missed them. And she's like, oh, no, you didn't miss them.
No, it was hard to
You guys
miss
okay?
them.
I
So-
told you don't.
So Stong is gonna glance at Tsetseliya's lips. Does he notice anything different?
Her face is all muddy and bloody. It's kind of,
No flowers, huh? All right.
I don't know. Well, did you put your mask back on or you
No, she
still have it?
kind of chucked it to the side.
You tossed it to the side,
Yeah.
cast your mask away.
Symbolically, like,
Can I roll an
Sorry.
insight?
We're
Wearing
gonna leave it
Sarshan's
there.
cloak, though.
and we're-
Can I roll like an insight or
and I
something?
did let him lay on my lap.
Yep.
I don't think she would.
I don't think I would look at. Yeah, I don't think Stong would look there.
He's lying there very peacefully, relaxed.
Oh,
Oh, I
the
see.
cloak is hovering.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's it's not like that. I would have told you to go away. It was like that.
Yeah.
He's mostly wearing mud and blood, by the way.
Person.
Sarshan is.
Well, Stong could also heal, so he offers his healing services to whoever needs it.
Do you head down the ridge?
Oh yeah.
Make a dexterity save.
Okay. $24.
Excellent.
Should
Stone
Artemisia too, if
slides
she's-
down. Yeah, if you want
Okay.
to head down the ridge.
Is there another? I feel like Artemisia should have.
Well, she used her telekinesis.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
nice.
No, it's used up.
She
She
had
doesn't have
used
it
it.
anymore.
Oh,
She doesn't know Misty Step like the others of you sometimes do.
Dimension
Ew.
Door.
Oh, Dimension Door. We could do that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
All right. Artemisia steps out of a glowing dimension of light.
Sturge he makes his dex save.
So she's gonna go to Tsetseliya, and she's gonna like hurry over and then like stop at the last second and sort of like be searching for words. And she's noticeably like acting like there is a Sartian-shaped hole like in the world that she's not looking at, that doesn't even exist. She's just looking at Tsetseliya. And so finally she's like, I hope you're all right. I'm sorry. I got your stuff. So she's gonna make like a little pile. So she's got the leather armor, and then the dragonborn potion, and then the tea. And so she's gonna like stay really far back and just like hand it out.
Tsetseliya reaches with her free hand to kind of pull her close and give her a hug. Even though she's muddy.
Oh, yeah. All of the mud. Very big hug.
Nice.
Ruan looks up at Rogar. Pulls him in for the big group hug.
Okay. All right.
Dog looks at Sturge and just puts out his arms. Yeah.
Who's still standing there at the top of the ridge is like,
Okay.
No, he came down.
They're just like, this
I'm not even going to make you
no
make a check.
problem.
You're so dexterous. You're no problem. Just, although it would be kind of funny if like the rogue was the one who tumbled into the mud.
No, he got a 21.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Nice.
All right.
He comes sliding down with his arms open to Stong.
Dog, Mirabelle, and Sturge group hug.
You catch him and
This
hold him
is-
over your head like ice dance.
I do.
Dirty dancing.
Yeah. I say this is one of our combat maneuvers we practice. I'm so glad we practice this.
Nobody put Sturge in a corner.
Yeah.
And that's all the time we have for tonight. Well done, everyone. The
Yay,
Westgate
group
Irregulars.
hug and on a
Come
group
back in
hug.
a muddy, bloody group hug.
Instead of impending doom. That's always nice.
So,
But I'm sure there's
Ruin's
more
talking
impending
to somebody
doom.
in the Feywild.
yes. Join us next week for
Ruan.
some hints about what Ruan was doing near the extra dimensional portal. See how the relationship between Tsetseliya and Sarshan develops. See if Tsetseliya likes her new armor.
Mm.
See if Artemisia is legit about that business offer. Spoiler alert. And more hints that were dropped by the old man in the sword. All kinds of stuff to explore. Finally,
Not about that.
finally, the Irregulars are going to get back to Westgate. I swear to God. Also, at the end of this epic battle against the Goblin Horde, which was mostly accidental, they have all gone up to level 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Okay.
Finally.
Well, you have been level 9 for a very long time, as
Bardic
was pointed out to me.
secrets.
So you are level 10. And I shall see you all next week. I have been Eric Scott DeBee. You have been the wonderful audience of our show. Thank you for coming with us on this journey. Take it away, Aaron.
I'm Erin M. Evans. Check out our sponsors, Idle Champions, at idlechampions.com.
I'm Rhiannon Held. Thank you to our moderators tonight, Seldrine.
Hey, I'm Yang Yang Wang. Check out the charities that we support. You can find them in the links below.
I'm Steve Merlino. You can also find our past videos on our YouTube channel linked on our Twitch page below. Be sure to click to subscribe and support us, and the bell to get notified as we add new content.
I'm Randy Henderson, writer. Thank you, everyone, for all of the subscriptions and the bits. You know, again, we do it for love, but helps pay for the cool art and everything. So thank you. And and check out our website. We got lots of cool bonus content. We got recaps of all the past episodes. If you're joining new viewer, you can catch up on everything. And a lot of cool bonus content, letters and other things, journals from the characters. And we'll be posting some NPC stuff for Sarshan and Ruin here probably in the next week. So look for that. And other than that, thank you all so much and stay scrawly.